What is up, guys? It is me, and in this video, I'm going to be covering a deck list for Sin, Spira's Punishment. So, Sin is a 7 mana Sultai Leviathan avatar with flying that reads: whenever Sin enters or attacks, exile a permanent card from your graveyard at random, then create a tapped token that's a copy of that card. If the exile card is land, repeat this process. So, I must say that I built the deck to function without Sin, to be equally strong, but also just use Sin's ability for value later on in the game. The key combos that the deck uses is, where is it? Divining Witch and Laboratory Maniac. So Divining Witch is a 2 mana spell shaper that reads um, pay 2 mana to tap it to discard a card from your hand. Name a card, remove the top 6 cards of your library from the game. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal the named card. Then put that card into your hand, remove all the other cards revealed this way from the game. And this is basically a budget demonic consultation or Dark Pact. I think it's Dark Pact. And that's just one combo that it uses. Some cool cards in the list is like Archela's Lagoon Mystic, allowing you to have lands enter through Sin's ability untapped so that you can start using them. A cool card in the deck is Muldrotha. It's Sultai, so why would you not try to run Muldrotha in the list? Cards like Muldrifter. I added a Notion Thief combo between Notion Thief and Whispering Madness. Whispering Madness is quite unique. So when you play it, you cipher it to a creature, and then whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player, its controller may cast a copy of encoded card without paying its mana cost. So every time, let's say you play it onto Sin or like where is it? Ghostly Pulverer. You basically discard a card, it becomes unblockable. You attach Whispering Madness to it, and then each time it deals combat damage, you wheel and everyone discards their hand, and then only you draw through Notion Thief. You draw all the cards from Notion Thief. And then, where is it? I added Psychosis Caller, which deals 1 damage to each opponent if you draw a card. So let's say you play Whispering Madness, encoding into someone. You deal damage to the opponent and you wheel. It's a lot of damage. And then the rest of the deck is basically tutors to get key pieces. There's a Peer into the Abyss that I added to the list with a Scourge Familiar. So if you resolve Scourge Familiar, if you resolve a Peer from Peer into the Abyss, you can discard cards to Scourge Familiar, also allowing you to net mana by discarding it. And then there is a Faith of the Devoted in the deck. So whenever you discard a card, you may pay 1, and then each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So the colors allow for all of these combos, which is, I think, is insane. There's like the rest is like tutors, removal spells, draw spells, tutors. They also run a lot of mana rocks because Sin is very expensive converted mana cost wise. The mana rocks include Charcoal Diamond, Dimmer Signet, Everflowing Chalice, Gilded Lotus, Golgari Signet, Hedron Archive, Moss Diamond, Prismatic Lens, Simic Signet, Sisay's Ring, which is just good value, Sky Diamond, Soul Ring, Worn Power Stone, because I think it's really good. And then also a Swiftfoot Boots, which is a cool printing. It's from the Fallout series, from the Fallout set. But that is also just to protect Sin and have her attack the turn she comes in. Hopefully, if you cast her for that mana, you can attack immediately. The lands, we are running 36 lands, 6 forests, 6 island, 6 swamps, and then all non-basic lands, including Evolving Wilds and Terramorphic expands to mana fix. There's also another combo that the deck managed to use is Cultivator Colossus and Abundance. So how this works is if Cultivator Colossus on the battlefield, when it enters, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. If you do, draw a card and repeat this process. And if you read abundance, each time you draw, you may instead choose land or non-land, and reveal the card from the top of your library until you reveal a card of the chosen kind. Put that card into your hand and put all the other cards revealed this way at the bottom of your library in any order. So with cultivator classes out, you can play each land card that you draw and reveal through cultivator classes, and then you get each land in your deck. And if Archela's Lagoon Mystic is on the battlefield, you can basically play those because cultivator classes force them to come in tapped. But Archelos, if he is untapped, allows you to play all permanents untapped, which is insane. And then also, if Archelos is tapped, then the opponents and each other player's permanents enter tapped if he is tapped. I added Iridescent Vine Lasher, just a very flavorful. If you have Cultivator Colossus out in the battlefield and you have abundance and you keep on drawing and repeating the process, each time it happens, you can deal 1 damage to target opponent. There's some cool cards that are very new to me. I haven't used them in a deck yet. It's like Lotus Light Dancer, which is a 5-mana zombie bard. And then it has lifelink, which is cool, but you're going to use it for the ability. When this creature enters, search your library for a black card, a green card, and a blue card. Put the cards into your graveyard, then shuffle. So you can do this, and then you can play Sin. You can choose something at random, and then you create a copy of it, which is so cool to have in a list like this. Also, if your graveyard is empty, you can use Auric Lore Mage to tutor for a card and then shuffle your library, but you tutor for it into the graveyard. Then you can play Sin. You can randomly make a token copy of the creature or permanent. And if it's a land, you repeat the process, so you can even ramp essentially, but mostly you'll want to create a copy of a card. And then also Painseer. I'm adding this to every deck that uses swamps and black mana. Painseer is so cool. It's a budget Dark Confidant, which also isn't that expensive anymore. It's actually quite cheap now, thanks to Final Fantasy. What else? So I added a Skewed Swarm as well, because why not? It's Skewed Swarm and you can definitely run away with the game with this. Tolerant, just each instant or sorcery creates your 2/2 Drake. There's Laboratory Maniac. I haven't shown it yet, but this is the cheapest printing, $0.37. And then a Tomebound Leech. With Leech, which has Death Touch and Lifelink. And when it enters or deal combat damage to a player, draw a card, discard a card. A lot of people don't block this because it's just a 1/3 with Death Touch and Lifelink. So you're gonna lose a creature trying to block it, but a lot of people just don't bother. Well, there's nothing more I can say about the deck other than the tutoring spells is quite interesting. So Muddle the Mixture, you can transmute it to go look for Divining Witch. Mystical Teachings can go look for any instant or Notion Thief, because Notion Thief has flash. Drift of Phantasms goes to look for Laboratory Maniac. Peering into the Abyss, I did mention. Diabolic Tutor, Illicit Shipment, and Razakev's Ride can all go look for a card. You don't need to reveal it, so it says straight into your hand. And that's it for also Case of the Stashed Skeleton, which is so cool. It is $0.26, so it just screams budget, but to actually solve the case is very satisfying. I did it in another Kirik list that I made while I was playtesting the Kirik deck on Tabletop Simulator. Also, speaking of Tabletop Simulator, I decided to do live streams over weekends on Twitch. If you want to check out Tabletop Simulator games, I do want to set up my stream so that I can play and stream on YouTube as well. So if you want to see any of the lists that I make in action, I'll most likely play them on a Friday or Saturday, depending on when I stream over a weekend. But I will be streaming over a weekend. It's just a matter of which day. But yeah, guys, last card is Sugarcoat, which I think is so cool. You can enchant a creature or food, and then it becomes a food. And I think the way this is designed is quite interesting. So you can equip this that enchant food as well. So flavor wise, you literally sugarcoat the food, but otherwise you can use it on a creature, and then it loses all types, card types, and abilities, and it becomes a food. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. That's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed looking at this list. Yeah, if you have any feedback, let me know. I think it was a very interesting list to build, and I like your ability a lot. Yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Cheers.